How can you get ahead of 99% of job seekers? I'm Rita, Baroody, career success coach, active recruiter, and LinkedIn's top recruiting voice. And I'm here to share with you the #1 way to get ahead of 99% of job seekers and for you to secure your next job faster. You might be confused. What strategy is best? What do I do to secure the job faster? Now, it doesn't matter as much about the strategies. What matters the most is your positioning, and that's what we're going to focus on, because positioning yourself throughout the whole entire job search process will yield the highest level of success. And what do I mean by this? First, it starts off with your LinkedIn profile. Every company that I work with, when I make an introduction to a great professional like yourself, they're asking me, can you send us a link to the profile? Can we just review their online profile before we even look at the resume? So how can you get ahead of 99% of job seekers? You optimize your LinkedIn profile. You make it look very, very attractive by speaking the language of the hiring company and relate it back to the job description. And now let me tell you a quick story. I had a great professional I was working with. He came into my program, Job Search Optimization, and he wasn't getting responses from recruiters, hiring directors, hiring companies. Those companies that he really wants to work for, they were not paying attention to him. But what did he do? He went through, optimized his LinkedIn profile, added keywords in every section of his profile, from his headline to his about, to his experience, education, everywhere. And the right keywords, the keywords that are going to attract the company. If you're new to this channel, I'm Rita Baroody, career success coach, recruiter, and LinkedIn's top recruiting voice. I made this channel to empower you through your job search, to share the best strategies, and for you to land a job faster. Please subscribe and I'll continue to add more value to you. Now, when he started reaching out on LinkedIn, when he started sending emails to hiring authorities, they reviewed his LinkedIn profile and they started to want to help him to get the job. They became his advocates because his positioning on his LinkedIn profile was so attractive. He looked like he could add so much value to their organization because he articulated so well. And it was so easy for this hiring company and the hiring authorities to see his value immediately. So with positioning, it is your value proposition. When you get your positioning, AKA your value proposition, in order, and it is super, super attractive, that's when you will be ahead of 99% of job seekers. 99% of job seekers don't have an optimized LinkedIn profile. 99% of job seekers don't have keywords in their profile. So if you optimize this whole profile that you have and make it more attractive, you will yield a higher result. Just like I was saying, the professional that I was helping in my job search optimization program. Now, when he reaches out, almost the next day, someone says, oh yes, would love to have a discussion with you. Why is that? Because of his profile and the positioning on his entire profile. If you're tired of getting rejected by employers and ready to land your next great opportunity faster, I've put together a free guide that walks you through the exact steps you need to take to land that job faster for you to be identified as that best candidate. Comment guide, and I will send you a direct link to grab it. But positioning does not stop there. You have to also position your resume in the right manner, in the manner where a hiring authority picks that resume up, they review it. Within 20 seconds, they are ready to schedule an interview so quickly because you have positioned yourself in the right manner on your resume. You have avoided any confusion on your resume. You have directly aligned your skill set, your career growth, your success to what they are looking for. That's very, very important in positioning. It starts off on the social platform LinkedIn, but then it also includes your resume and what you have on there. Make sure there's keywords. Make sure it's concise. Make sure you're not causing confusion. Most of the time when I get feedback from my hiring companies that I'm helping them hire great professionals like yourself, when they get confused, they are so quick to say no. And sometimes I have to step in and say, hey, you may have missed this detail, because I'm learning more about the candidate more intimately outside of the resume. But if you miss a detail in the resume and something gets overlooked, you don't have that opportunity to ask a follow-up question or to give them more information. So ensure what's on your resume, the positioning, is aligned to what they are looking for, or you're not going to get a call back, you're not going to get an interview. But at the same time, if you only have your resume optimized and positioned accurately and your LinkedIn is off, it's not positioned accurately, then you cannot be ahead of these 99% of job seekers. If you want to be in the top 1% of job applicants and you want to outshine the competition, you need alignment and positioning within LinkedIn and your resume. And if you need help with your LinkedIn optimization, your resume optimization to position yourself to be ahead of 99% of job seekers, check out both of my playlists. I have quite a few videos that will get you there faster. Now, let's move on to the next positioning, which is how you position yourself in the interview process. Are you speaking the language of the hiring company? Again, let's avoid confusion. The number one feedback point that I receive as a recruiter, of course, I'm still a career coach too. I help professionals just like you land a job faster, but I'm also on the other side helping these hiring companies. The number one reason they don't move forward is because they get confused and they don't see direct alignment from your skill set, your background, your leadership qualities to what they're hiring for. So let's avoid this confusion and ensure we are speaking the same language as this hiring company. And there are times where you have to tweak your resume. You may have to tweak your LinkedIn profile, and that's okay. And during the interview preparation, the interview process, when you're actively speaking to the hiring authorities, you want to ensure the language that comes out of your mouth is the language that they are saying too. Use their terminology. That's going to help your positioning. And again, get you ahead of 99% of job seekers. Let's talk through another quick story. I was helping one of my clients, a great professional just like yourself, land a great opportunity. He was definitely being super selective, yet he had a lot of work to do on his positioning in order to be selective, in order to have his choice versus having to settle for one opportunity. So when he came into my job search optimization program, we started working on his positioning immediately. From his LinkedIn profile, resume, how he presented himself in the interview process to ensure that he's the best candidate, that these other candidates that are applying, they are not going to move forward because they are going to be so excited about Austin. Austin, great professional. Also a great person. I loved helping him. Now, when we positioned him to be that number one candidate, the number one job seeker in the whole process, he ended up with about 7 offers. It did not happen right away, but he kept the momentum going with his positioning. And after 1 offer, 2 offers, all of a sudden, he started having companies reaching out as he's getting all of these offers. And he's like, you know what? Those 2 offers I received, I'm not that excited about. I can settle, but I feel like I can land that right job faster now that I have positioned myself in the right manner. Before he came into the program, he was lacking the positioning. He was lacking some of the strategies too. But if you have strategies and your positioning is not there, you are not going to get ahead of 99% of job seekers. In order to be in the top 1% of applicants, of candidates, of professionals, the strategies plus the positioning is your formula to success, to land the right opportunity faster. So when he started getting so many offers, he was so happy. He was anxious before we met, before he came into the program, overwhelmed, not sure about his positioning, not even sure what that even meant. And then when he got it right, he landed the right opportunity for his family too. He was looking for flexibility. The other offers previously in the beginning did not give him the flexibility he needed for his child who was in daycare. But he kept the momentum going with the positioning, the strategies we used, and then he ended up with the right offer, the right company, and he got to choose versus settling down for just one company. And that's the goal. That is the goal. With positioning, with getting ahead in your job search, I would love to hear from you. Do you want to be like Austin? Comment Austin. I would love to hear that you want to be that top 1% of job seekers that lands a job faster and has multiple job offers. Getting ahead in the job search requires this positioning. Once you get your positioning right, you are on the right track to ensure it's your pick. It's your selection of which offer you want to accept versus them accepting you. You are accepting them. Now, if you want to be just like Austin, who had multiple job offers, he was selecting the right opportunity for him and his family. Apply to my job search optimization program, where I help you position yourself to be that top candidate every single time. Would love to hear from you. I'm going to pin a link in the comments. It will also be in the description. I look forward to hearing from you. Also, for more tips on your positioning, check out my next video.